So today we continue with our class Halachos of Brochos, and we start with Sefer Shmiras Haloshon. Today's topic is lazy traveler. The David HaMelech pleaded, King David, right? David HaMelech, I am a sojourner in the world, hide not your commandments from me. It says in Tehillim 119:19. A man is but a sojourner in this earth, on this earth. The world to come is eternal home, right? As we said many times. So this world, this life is, as Ramchal call it, is like a vestibule that leads you to the world to come. So here we temporary, but in the world to come we permanent. Beezrat Hashem. Okay. Realizing that his days of Torah study were numbered, David begged Hashem to reveal to him the wisdom inherent in his commandments. So it's David, I guess he knew when he's going to die approximately, like how many years at least he's going to live, but he did not know the date. So he asked Hashem, okay, that's it's the end of my life. Reveal me your wisdom behind the commandments. Very interesting. Yov declared, there is a fixed service term for a man upon the earth. It's Yov 7:1. A person's lifespan on this earth is allotted to him with exacting precision. Therefore, one cannot tell himself that he will compensate for having wasted one day by making constructive use of it next day. So, meaning that a person does not know how long he's going to live and how the things are going to play out, right? So you cannot say, no, I cannot learn today, I have a headache, I have this appointment, that appointment, right? And I'm going to make up for it tomorrow, right? So it says, therefore one cannot tell himself that he will compensate for having wasted one day by making constructive use of the next day. So next day I'm going to do the double. Okay. Usually it does not work that way. Each day is a gift for itself. Is squandered, it is lost forever. Right. So that's what we must remember. So each day of lost, not learning Torah, not doing mitzvahs, is lost forever. This can be illustrated with a parable. A man who had been unable to earn a livelihood sailed to faraway land in the hope of finding some way to provide for his family. He remained there for some 20 years, accomplishes nothing in all that time. Lazy by nature, he spent his days strolling here and there, surviving on occasion handouts. That's a very sad story. One day, he was surprised to meet a neighbor from his hometown. I cannot believe you spent all these years doing nothing, the neighbor exclaimed. Didn't you come here to find the proper livelihood for yourself? Oh, I'm quite aware of that, the man responded. But still, I have plenty of time for that. I have only been here 20 years. Have you lost your mind, the neighbor retorted. Even if you would be a permanent resident in this land, it would be ridiculous for you to have wasted so many years of your life. The fact being that they make your story most incredible. The facts being what makes your story more incredible. For you came to this land temporarily for the express purpose of providing for your family. How then could you have spent so many years, accomplished nothing? So that's of course the parable is about people in this world, of course, right? 1 second, 379. Continue. Some people spend their younger years accomplishing little spiritually, content to enjoy what they perceive as a good life in this world. They know what life. They know that life there is no. I'm sorry. They know that life here is not forever. There is the next world, and there is the next world. I'm not sure how the young people know about the next world, but interesting. Where the soul lives for on eternity. However, they convince themselves that there will be time in their old age to concern themselves with the matter of spirit. So that's people pushing, and then when you try and approach a little older person, he will say, "I'm too old." So it's like with many people, it's never proper time. Some would say, "I'm too young." Some would say, "I'm too old." So it's like never. It's like moving target, and so then 20 or more years swiftly pass. As a cycle of work and relaxation repeat itself again and again, with little earned for the long road that all men eventually travel. Those with such attitude are like the man in our parable who failed to recognize the real purpose of his journey. Let us make the most of our years, days, and hours. The potential for accomplishment is without limit. So. I mean, what can I add? So that's I think that's a parable for that we have to read every day. And remember, whatever is lost can never be restored. That's it. Okay. So stop here. Okay, so we continue. 1 second. We continue here. So we're on the topic of Mezonos. Let me go a little back and see what we did so far. Okay, so the last thing that we discussed was Shiur Seuda, meaning how much a person have to eat bread or bread family products, right? So we said to be kaveya seuda, meaning the amount, and we said 4 eggs, right? So 4 eggs, it's approximately 8 ounces, approximately. Right. So if a person would eat so much Mezonos, meaning all of the crackers, cookies, cake. So in this I think, right? So usually when the person decides whether or not to say the blessing, 1 second, to say, I have video. Apologize. Sorry about that. So whether or not to say the after blessing, right? After, for example, a person ate some cake, right? So. So the tradition is we actually include all of the layers, like extra if it's a cream layer, like all of this jelly, whatever. So in a measurement of kizayis. Of course, we're trying to eat a little more, so it would satisfy all of the opinion. But many people, as we said, that's a tradition. We count everything if needed. Right. So here, in a case when a person is going to eat these 8 ounces, so he must also take it into consideration, right? To make sure that even if it's too much this cream on top of the cake, so make sure that you eat these 8 ounces of Mezonos, so to satisfy all of the opinions, right? And in that case, as we explained, so a person would need to make to wash his hands, right? Say the blessing for hamotzi, right? Like he's eating bread, and then say birchas hamazon. Okay, that's it. Okay. All right. So continue. And one more thing we actually also mentioned, and we said that if person was satiated, right, or was whatever he ate, his obligation to say the Birchas Hamazon is biblical. If he's not satiated, it's the obligation to say Birchas Hamazon is rabbinical. And it's only play the difference in the case of the doubt. Okay, so continue. Number 3. It says Shiur when eaten together with other foods. If one eats bread, family products, in place of bread, that is, he eats the amount of bread, family products, equal to amount of bread normally eaten during the meal. So this, okay, it's very interesting. Together with the other foods, which are normally eaten within the meal, for example, meat, fish, eggs, etc. The other foods are counted toward the Shiur. So it's very interesting what we're saying here. So for example, so now we started with the bread family products when person eats them by themselves. That's it, right? So if you only going to eat all of these cakes, all of these cookies, and drink tea or coffee, that's 8 ounces. But if he's going to eat this cake and cookies, whatever other things, right? In amount that he usually eats bread. So usually people don't eat 8 ounces of bread. I mean, maybe if it's delicious bread, I mean, yeah, there is no problem. You can eat even more. But usually they would eat 1 slice, 2 slices of bread, so it's less than that. So it could be like half of the size, half of the amount, right? But they would eat all other foods, right? If you're going to eat only bread, so you're not going to have room in your stomach for all other things, right? So it's very interesting. Now we're saying that all other things like meat and fish and all other salads, they add to the amount of the Shiur. So even though he ate was eating Mezonos, but other things are added to the amount necessary to say Birchas Hamazon. Very interesting. Let's give an example. For example, one wishes to avoid benching at the wedding meal. He decides to eat the entire meal, but substitutes crackers for the bread. Commentary: some poskim rule that this applies only to the types of products within the bread family which is used as bread substitute. For example, egg matzahs, bread sticks, crackers, etc. Okay, we're going to explain. So this person came to the wedding, and usually people say this Birchas Hamazon like after the wedding with all of these beautiful additions and blessing and bridegroom and bride, right? All of these good things. But this person, for whatever reason, I'm not sure what is the reason, he technically, if he needs to leave early, nobody's holding him back, so he can say Birchas Hamazon by himself. He's not obligated to wait like until the very end and like 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning to say that the blessing with everybody. I mean, I think that there is no problem. Okay, but he does not want to say Birchas Hamazon for whatever reason. So wedding, meaning the way I understand, it's a huge meal. The way I understand, that's what they're trying to imply. And he ate crackers instead of bread. Okay, since the crackers plus other foods amount a Shiur Seudah, so he ate a lot, he must wash and recite Hamotzi and bench. Okay, so he ate crackers as much as he would eat normal, that he would eat a normal amount of bread, right? So regular amount of bread. So let's say 2 slices. So that's it. So 2 slices, like I don't know, 2 ounces, 3 ounces, 4 ounces, whatever. He ate that much of crackers, so no problem. And he ate all of these other salads and fish and other things. So now he must say Birchas Hamazon. He must say Hamotzi. So Hamotzi meaning that even if he started as this eating these crackers as Mezonos, so he can always say Hamotzi on them. So now he changed the status of this crackers and made them as bread. So okay, so and in this commentary, it's very interesting. So some poskim say that only if he ate some these things from bread family, right? As bread substitutes, they call it, egg matzahs. So egg matzah is always Mezonos. Why? Because it was not made with water. So you can make matzah or other things just with bread, with eggs. So the only liquids there is eggs. So it's for sure it's Mezonos, right? But if he's going to eat it during the meal, so it becomes hamotzi, right? Breadsticks, we discussed, crackers, etc. Okay. Other poskim make no distinction between cakes and other types of products of the bread family. According to this view, it is in the above example, one ate cake in place of bread. At the wedding meal, he must wash and make hamotzi and bench. So basically, there is no escape here. So especially if he wants to eat these crackers or whatever other things for satiation. Okay. So continue. Number 4. Change his mind. Very interesting. If one made the baremine Mezonos and ate small amount, then change his mind and add it up eating the Shiur Seudah, it is required to bench. Regarding the validity of the original Bracha Rishona for food, see footnote. Okay, we're going to get to it. Okay. So looks like let's okay, let me continue reading. So before that, I said that after he ate Mezonos, he must say the blessing of hamotzi. Maybe not. If he decided to eat more, and now he's going to bench. Two separate things. So let's continue reading. Conversely, one planned to eat Shiur Seudah and washed and made hamotzi on a bread family product, then changed his mind and decided to eat small amount. He is not required to make baremine Mezonos on a small amount that he will eat. Okay. If he ended up eating less than Shiur Seudah, but one kizayis on more, the bracha achrona is ala mechia. Okay. So here we're talking opposite case. So opposite case is what he thought that he's going to eat a lot of this Mezonos product, and he washed his hands and said on these crackers, right, for simplicity. He said on these crackers hamotzi blessing, as if he would eat bread, and then he changed his mind and ate only a little, right? So he's not the situation is not clear. He already said hamotzi. Maybe like after 1 minute or 2 minutes, he decided, no, I'm not going to eat all of these crackers. That's too much. I want to eat this fish and that meat and all of these other things. So I'm not going to eat that much. Okay, so in this case, it's still okay. Whatever blessing he said, it is fine, right? It's going to stay as it is, and but the end blessing. End blessing is going to depends. If he ate kizayis, if he ate one ounce of this crackers, he will sell ala mechia, right? As we would say after Mezonos products. If not, so he would not say any blessing. But it does not say here. But I just want to add. So this Mezonos is not. These crackers are not going to cover. If he is going to eat less than kizayis, not going to cover all other products, all other foods that he's going to eat. Understand? So if he changed his mind and he decided not to eat as much of these crackers, these breadsticks, so in this case he would be obligated to say separate blessing on a salad, on all other things that he's going to eat, separate, as there is no Mezonos. Okay, as there is no bread. If he's eating Mezonos, still he says blessings. For example, you have a pasta, right, and as one dish, and you have salad as another dish, and you also drinking tea, let's say soda. You're drinking soda, So you say blessing first on a pasta, then on this salad, and then you say on a soda. So just because this there is a pasta or even crackers, right? So does not mean that these crackers cover all other foods. Okay, but if he's making seuda and he's going to eat this 8 ounces, yeah, then these 8 ounces of cake or whatever he eats is going to cover all other foods. Okay. Any questions on what we said? I hope I did not confuse you. Okay. Section D, additional applications. So with this case, I'm just thinking not to put ourselves in a difficult situation. So try to, if you're going to eat without not in the course of the bread meal, so try to eat them at the end, so there would not be any confusion what to do. That's it, right? So if you eat them as a dessert, that's it. They're going to be a dessert according to all of the opinions. So it's not going to be a bread meal. But if you start like in the middle, or starting with this Mezonos products, could create a problem. Okay, continue. Section D, additional application. Number 1, pancakes. Just 1 second, there is a note. It looks like I missed one. No, I did not miss. No, we're good. Okay, pancakes. Products deep fried in oil are considered cooked and are thus not bread family Mezonos. Okay. So all of these bread products, as we said, whether cooked in oil, deep fried, or they cooked in in water, in other liquids, they always Mezonos, but not the bread family. Meaning what? Doesn't matter how much you eat, you never obligated to say Beverages for Mezonot. Commenting. Bracha Rishona on a deep fried pancakes made from flour, Boremine Mezonos. The bracha achrana is al mechia. Hamoitze benching never required for non-bread family products. Even the Shiur Seuda is eaten. See chapter B. Okay, we will learn it. So we don't say blessing on all of. We don't make chamotzi and don't say berchas hamazon on a non-bread family product. And bread family product, we explain that some they were baked, basically, whether on top or on your frying pan or inside of the oven, does not matter. So it was baked without liquid, and that makes them bread family products, like all of the crackers, all of the cookies, all of the cakes, considered to be bread family products. So if you eat enough bread family products, so you would, under certain circumstances, it would require to say chamotzi and birchas hamazon. Continue. Products made in a pan without oil are considered baked, exactly, and thus categorized as bread family products. Okay, as we just explained. Commentary. The bracha Rishona on a pan-fried pancakes made with flour is Boremine Mezonos. The bracha achrana ala mechia. Okay. However, if the Shiur Seuda is eaten chamotzi and benching is required. So we're talking about this pan-fried pancakes. So it looks like they are without any oil or just a little oil, as we said, just spray a little, or they wipe with a cloth, so it just would not stick to the bottom. So that's for sure baked. So baked meaning what? If you eat enough, so we need to say Birchas Hamazon. Okay. Therefore, A are made without oil. Pancakes made with flour in a pan which is sprayed with a non-sticking substance or wiped with an oil moistened cloth are considered bread family products. I mean, I think we just said it, they just repeat, I'm not sure why. Even if the bottom of the pan is coated with a bit of oil, just enough to prevent scorching, the pancakes are never considered bread family products. Nevertheless, considered bread family products. One wishes to eat a shiur seudah of such a pancakes, must wash and make hamotzi and bench. So if there is no oil or just a little, as we said, so it's 100% like a bread. So I just want to add these things. The way I understand, they're very heavy. They're very heavy, even though they're thin, but very heavy. So we have to be careful, like how much eat. I mean, how big is the pancake? But maybe like a little bigger pancakes. Even if eat maybe 2 or 2.5. You would need to say Birchas Hamazon. We have to measure, weigh them. So it was first scenario was without oil. Okay. And very interesting, there is one note about the pancakes. It says not thin ones. So we're going to discuss the thin one. So it's a thicker, like normal size pancakes, normal thickness pancakes. B, made with oil. There is halakhic uncertainty as to whether or not the pancake, which fried in oil less than deep fried, but more than amount used just to prevent scorching, belong to the bread family. Accordingly, one wishes to eat shiur seudah of such pancakes should first wash and make hamotzi on the kizayis of bread. So we actually did discuss it before in different applications, but it's same rule applies here. So if it's more oil than just to prevent the scorching, but less than to cover it completely. So if food is not submerged completely, so it's halakhic doubt, so we don't know what to do in this case. So what do we say? We say make hamotzi on bread, regular bread, and then continue eating these pancakes. Okay. So next scenario, C, deep fried in oil. Pancakes which are deep fried are not considered bread family, Mezonos. Therefore, the Brocha is Boremine Mezonos and Ala Mechia. Hamotzi and benching never required, even if shiur seudah is eaten. Okay, so we went through these scenarios before, but we're going to repeat. So if it's deep fried, completely covered with oil, it's like cooked. So it's you say Boremine Mezonos and Ala Mechia as on regular cooked on your pasta. There is no difference. So it doesn't matter how much you eat, it's never going to be bread, because initially it's not a bread family. So we say hamotzi and Birchas Hamazon only on bread or bread family products. Next scenario, thin pancakes, blintzes. Okay, thin pancakes such as blints, shells. The pancakes, the pancake-like outer part of the blints are not considered bread family Mezonos. The bracha for the thin pancakes, blints shells, or blintzes, is Boremine Mezonos and Ala Mechia. Even if more than shiur seudah is eaten, hamotzi and benchi is never required for the blintzes and the thin pancakes. Let's see, there is a commentary, so let me see, read the commentary and we're going to explain. Ala Mechia is required only if at least one kizayis of Mezonos part shell is eaten. Within kidei hilas pras. If less than one kizayis of shell is eaten, the bracha achrona is a borei nefashos, provided that between the filling and the shell, at least one kizayis is eaten. So the way I understand, they're talking about the blintzes, pancakes such a blintzes shell. It's some it's thin, very thin pancakes, right? Very thin, and then they create a wrap from it, right? So they would put, let's say, cottage cheese or something, and then wrap and cook like together. All of this cook together, fry together. So this is not considered to be Mezonos family. Why? Because they say because it's very thin. That's what does not qualify them as bread. It's very interesting. And the way okay. So if he ate enough of the shell, so the shell, as we said, it's very thin. So I'm not sure how many of this you have to eat in order to make it even alamihia, right? You need to eat 1 ounce. But if, for example, a person ate only 1 or 2, so it's most likely there is not 1 ounce. So he would say the blessing, the regular blessing, because there is filling whatever inside, let's say the cottage cheese or whatever they have inside. So altogether with the shell, it's going to be 1 ounce, maybe for 1 or 2, 1.5. Okay. So one more time, the explanation, because it's very, very thin. Okay. Number 2. Knishes, Borekas. Knishes and Borekas are made from a dough which is baked. They are therefore considered bread family products. And Brocha Rishona is Boremine Mezonos. Okay. The Brocha Achrona is Alamihia, provided that at least a kizayis of Mezonos part, crust, is eaten within Kidei Hilas Pras. And we say within 3 to 4 minutes. So let's try to understand. So now we're talking about Knishes and Borekas. So Knishes and so it's this dish, right? A Jewish dish. They brought to America. So it's dough, and inside of the dough, sometimes they're round, sometimes they're square, like other shapes, triangle, right? And inside would be potatoes, right? Buckwheat or all other. They can put whatever they want in these knishes, but usually potatoes. Sometimes it's vegetables, the cabbage, or some cabbage knish. And then they're going to bake like that. So from outside it looks like bread, but inside there is some filling, right? So we say Boremine Mezonos, initial blessing, and it covers whatever is inside. Whatever potato is inside, so it covers potato, or whatever is inside. So the thing is about, as we just said, about the end blessing. So it depends how thick is a shell is, right? So if you ate 1 ounce of the shell, I'm not sure. Of course, it depends on the product. So some of them, it's very thin shell, so it's not enough. So even if you eat 1 or 2, maybe even a little bigger, but even though they're very heavy because of the potato, right, inside. But the shell does not have even 1 ounce. So you need to maybe sometimes eat 2. Or if you don't want, of course, you just say the blessing Bare Nefashos, because of the potatoes. For sure, they're very heavy.
Rabbi,
go ahead.
So I have a question. When it comes to these things, though, if you're not sure, how would you, how would you understand, how to go about it? Because there's many things. I mean, I think every doesn't matter where you live, whatever culture you have, everybody has some sort of a food like that,
Of
you
course.
have beverages, empanadas, samosa, whatever. The thing is, it's everywhere. So how would you go about, like, you can't take off the shell and really, weigh it. Would you maybe, when you think about things like that, would you rather have something else on the side, or because
Okay.
it's very, very...
Okay.
Yeah.
So I mean, what are we asking is like how, like practically, right? So we don't know. So I tell you what I would do. So usually people eat the same foods. So, and there is a very interesting wholesale club that we use BJs. And these BJs, they're very smart. This top manager, very smart. They always move the aisles around. Like all the products, they were in aisle 17, and now it's gone. It's in aisle 15. So, and I thought about it and they do it in purpose. So the people would not go just to the same aisles, to the same product. So he wants to buy only sugar, the coffee, and other things, frozen vegetables in the supermarket. He would go to 5 places and that's it. And he would not see, or she would not see, all other products. So they make you, by moving these things around, plus minus one aisle, so they make you see, and you're looking for whatever you need, facial tissue, whatever, paper, napkins, it was in this aisle, then now they move to another aisle. So they make you go and see other products. Why? Because people are creature, what is it? They just eat whatever they like. So they like this, they're not going to change the flavor. Most of the people, right? So if you're going to eat these Borekas, as you said, or we're going to eat all of the Knishes, other things, so just wait once. I mean, of course, that's what I would do. I would take the inside only once, and then you know approximately. Otherwise, there is no way, as we all understand, there is no way for us to estimate. And just because we cannot estimate, so eat extra or eat less, it's like drive yourself crazy.
Yeah.
So I would especially when you buy in a store, they're all standard that cut up once, wait, and you're golden. That's it. So go ahead.
That's true. Yeah.
That's I always recommend go to wherever you live. We go to Amazon, buy the scales. We bought scales, one scale, another scale. I bought it for somebody else, like $10. How can you go wrong with $10 with batteries, with everything? You understand? With that free shipping, it's like crazy, and you weigh in grams and ounces. It can translate this to this. It's unbelievable, right? And you know exactly, but otherwise there is no way for us to know. But sometimes, as we learned before, you can ask somebody, right? You ask somebody. They think in this piece of cake there is 1 ounce or not 1 ounce. So ask a few people their opinion and see. I mean, if you think that they would know, okay, but otherwise, just looking at things, unless you're professional, you.
I have another question. You know, the other series book that you have, which is like a Shiur by same Rabbi,
yes.
Lerner.
Yeah.
How accurate do you think his measurements are?
I never learned these books. I saw it many times, but there's so let's put it this way. There are so many topics that I want to cover in this class. So that's that's not even on my long list. So, for example, I always wanted to cover the topic of tzedakah. So some people say, yeah, tzedakah, where's that to know? It's actually like a book of 150 or 200 pages about tzedakah. So
yeah.
it's,
is it Ahavat Chesed? You're talking about the Chafetz Chaim?
No. Different book. Okay, but let's stick to the subject. Okay, so we're talking about this bread family product, this Knishes or Borekas. Right, so one thing, just sometimes I just do review, so it's like I would settle in our minds, right? So you always need to say only one blessing, even though it's thin layer of Mezonos on top, like shell. Inside of it is I don't know, 4 ounces of potatoes. So you still say the blessing on this Mezonos, and it's going to cover the potatoes inside. Okay, continue. If one wishes to eat Shiur Seudah of Knishes or Borekas, he must wash to make hamotzi and bench. Okay. The potato, cheese, and kasha, or meat filling of the filling is counted toward shiur seudah. So let's see H. Let's see this commentary we're going to explain. Benching is not required if less than kizayis of Mezonos crust was eaten within kidei achilas pras. Sorry. So let's try to understand. It's only 3 lines, but it's a lot of information. So he's saying that if one wishes to eat shiur seudah, so he wants to shiur seudah, as we said, at least 8 ounces, right, approximately, of Knishes or Borekas. So meaning with the Mezonos, right, and with whatever is the filling, whatever is inside, potatoes, let's say, right. He must wash and say hamotzi and bench. So meaning he's not going to, this person, we have to understand, this person is not going to eat 8 ounces of Mezonos product, of shell. No, he's going to eat much less, right? He's going to, and the rest is going to be potatoes, or let's say he has a salad on the side. It's very interesting. But he must eat, in order to bench, in order to say Birchas Hamazon, he must eat this this shell, right, of this Borekas or Knishes, let's say, at least 1 kizayis in 3 to 4 minutes, maximum 9 minutes. So it's all of the like condition together, combined. So
I just remembered one sort of dish that stuffed thing that I had once. So it was basically a Mezonot, but inside was filled cooked wheat, like kasha or something like that, along with maybe meat or something like that. I just had it in one Jewish store. Now, the thing is that you have 2 types here, right? You have one which is a baked Mezonot, and one over which the bracha is the hadama, the wheat. It's wheat like kernels, but it's sort of like cooked.
Yeah.
So in this case, you still, that hadama will still be hadama, or will something change?
No. You say Mezonos on a shell, and it's going to cover inside. That's it.
Okay.
You say only one blessing. That's why you see it sometimes. I repeat the same things. But we have to, like, in different scenarios. So we must remember it's only one blessing, because it's same dish. Okay, so back to our Knishes. So potato, cheese, and kasha, or a meat filling, is counted toward the shiur seudah. So as we understand, it's not so easy. So if you're going to eat a lot of them, and you think that you're going to eat at least 1 ounce of the shell, right, of the Mezonos shell, so you would need to wash and say hamotzi and say Birchas Hamazon after. Number 3, egg rolls. Egg rolls are made from a dough which is deep fried. They are not considered bread family Mezonos because the dough is fried rather than baked. Okay, fried rather than baked. Continue. Regarding eating shiur seudah of egg rolls, see footnote. I mean, if you said it's not bread family product, I'm not sure. Okay, no problem. So these egg rolls. So even if egg rolls they sell in Chinese and kosher Chinese store. So if you buy this egg rolls, so you must remember. So these egg rolls are never parve. They're never parve because they always bake them in a meat oven. So in meat oven was used just now. So if it would be meat oven that stay like for 24 hours, that's a different story. But if it was used right now, so even only for egg rolls, let's say they have like 100, they just baked 100 egg rolls. There were no meat, but because it was meat, they were doing meat, let's say 20 minutes ago. So these egg rolls are not parve. Okay. Gotta be careful. Continue. So 1 second, let me check what time is it. Any questions on what we said? No, we're not going to finish. Oh Hashem, it's a big topic. Continue. Number 4, noodles, macaroni, spaghetti. Noodles, macaroni, spaghetti, and the like are made from a dough which boiled in water. We have learned that the cooked Mezonos products are not considered bread family products. Therefore, even a Shiur Seudah is eaten. The Brocha Baremine Mezonos ala Michya. Okay. It was cooked in the water. It's even though it's Mezonos, not bread family product. Continue. That one is very interesting. Kreplach, Ravioli, and Lasagna. So actually, it was also cooked, but it was baked. Okay, let's see. Kreplach, Ravioli. So Kreplach is a Jewish style of ravioli, right? Kreplach, Ravioli, Lasagna, and the like are made from a dough which was boiled. They, according to most poskim, not considered bread family product, even if the kreplach, ravioli, or lasagna are subsequently baked in the oven. They are nevertheless not considered bread family product. Thus, even if Shiur Seudah, meaning this 8 ounces, right, is eaten, they are not considered chamotzi nor not required birchas hamazon. It's very interesting, right? So I think in some sense we can compare this rule that this rabbi brought as to bread to bread that was cooked, right? First it was baked, and then we said it was cooked in liquid. So if it's a big pieces, we said looks like bread, so it's bread. Doesn't matter that it was cooked. Here we say opposite, right? So first lasagna, let's say ravioli, kreplach was cooked, right, in the water, right? There is some filling inside, and they sometimes they baked. Sometimes in store it's called pierogi. So pierogi is like this kreplach that was cooked and then baked on a frying pan, right? Okay, so or in a stove. I'm not sure. I think it's on the frying on top. Okay, so here we say even though it was baked, right? Eventually it was baked. The last step of the process was baked, but it was it was ready before that. So since it was completely ready before it was baked, you can eat lasagna or kreplach. You can eat while it's cooked, but they try to change the flavor a little, the taste, not flavor, the taste a little. So it does not change the actual product. Okay, so that's why they're not bread family, even though they were baked. Last step was baked, and we never say chamotzi on it. Commentary. There is a minority ruling that any product which starts out as a bread-like dough and the pieces larger than kizais retains halachic status of bread. Halachic, just a second. Retain its halachic classification as bread family product, even if it is subsequently boiled or deep fried. Mishnah Brura advises that Yirei Shamayim, who wants to eat Shiur Seudah of these types of products, should eat them during the course of the bread meal. Let me read it again and try to understand. There is a minority ruling that a product which starts out as a bread-like dough. So many dough, like you're doing bread or you're doing spaghetti, maybe it's a little difference, but the way I understand, not such a big difference. And the pieces are larger than kizayas, but I'm not sure what would be the larger than kizayas. So maybe if this ravioli is huge ravioli, still it's not going to be kizayas. I don't think so. This dough of kizayas, I don't think so. Retains the classification, maybe lasagna, yes, right? Because it's like thick, like wide and long pieces. Maybe there you have, or most likely there you have more than kizayas. So according to this opinion, they retain classification as a bread family product, even if it's subsequently boiled. Very interesting. Or deep fried. The Mishnah Brura advised that Yirei Shemayim, so meaning God-fearing person, who wants to eat Shiur Seudah of this, only if he is going to eat Shiur Seudah, meaning these 8 ounces, of this type of product, should eat them during the course of the bread meal. I mean, to eat 8 ounces of lasagna, I'm not sure, all these feelings, I think it's a lot. So I'm not sure what would be like, in nowadays, what would be the dish that would qualify under this rule. Not sure. Okay. So we finish with number 5. Number 6, donuts. That's a big one. That one is coming. Donuts is Hanukkah is coming. People eat donuts. Donuts are generally made from dough, which is deep fried. According to most poskim, they too are not considered bread family products. According to most poskim, right? What is the problem? Commentary. The minority ruling discusses in the previous note. Oh, here we go. I asked for exact for example, his example, donuts. The poskim advised the Yirei Shamayim should not eat a Shiur Seudah of donuts outside of the bread meal. That's it. That's I remember it was an example, but I didn't remember what. Okay, so these donuts, the way they make it's like dough very similar to bread. Of course, they add some sugar, whatever else they add there, but that does not change the consistency of the dough, right? So even though it's deep fried and it's larger than Mezonos, so according to this opinion, and that's what Mishnah Brura says. I mean, he does not say that you must. But if you Yirei Shamayim, and some people think of the same that they are Yirei Shamayim, but they do not act right like that. So Yirei Shamayim would act stringently. Okay, and do not eat this outside of the bread meal. And that's what I remember. That's what this Rabbi Leibovitz, Rabbi Leibovitz Kuf K. Right, he has this book, very popular book, very interesting, halachically speaking. So they send email, and he has WhatsApp group. So very interesting halacha that's not not easily found halacha. So and this was one of his point that to eat donuts only in a bread meal. Okay. So next one is the famous Mezonos bread. Mezonos bread in double quotes. The bracha for bread made from a dough, which was kneaded with mostly fruit juice instead of mostly water, is technically Baremine Mezonos. Subject to one very important condition, that people in that country use that bread primarily for a snack rather than for meals. Okay, that's a big one. So usually, like right. So usually, as why I was telling you guys, these rolls, right, are rolls that they give you in on a plane, right? You're flying like far away. Let's say you're flying to Israel, so they give you dinner, right, and they give you roll. Right, but this roll, it's even though it says Mezonos on that, I'm not sure what kashan agency that it says Mezonos roll for sure. If you taste it, so don't taste it, don't say Baremine Mezonos and taste it because it's not. So if you taste it, it's 100% bread, 100%. So if they give a person not in a plane this roll, for sure he is would go wash his hands and say chamotze for sure. Right, so that's a point. So here.
Yeah, so Rabbi, what's your opinion on the Mezonot pizza that they have? Because technically it can be both a meal and a snack in some ways.
It's coming up. So when number 7 on the next page, it will be coming out with pizza. It's a huge topic. But this Mezonos bread, so as I was saying, like we would save these rolls because why would we waste food? Right, there is no way. For example, if you sit like in the middle seat in this airplane, right? So and everybody is with a trace of food. You're not going to ask everybody like to walk out and go to the restroom, and this stewardess is coming with a cart, like, yeah, that's too much, right? Unless you want to go and wash your hands in advance and sit there quietly, right, and wait until they bring it. I think that's the option. Don't talk to anybody, right? That's an option. But otherwise, it's for sure it's bread, for sure. So we would save it, take it with us to the Israel, right, to wherever we are, and then eat it in a hotel. 100% bread. Okay. So Mishnah Brura explains. I don't remember, was it Mishnah Brura or was it? Does not say here. I think so. It says when it's mostly juice. When it's mostly juice, and for example, the cheapest juice is apple juice, right? The cheapest juice. So if you put a lot of like mostly apple juice instead of water, you should taste it a little, like something like it should be like smell with apple juice, like taste with apple juice. But all of this Mezonos product, whatever they say, I did try it. So you don't, there is no trace of all of this apple juice, right? Or the different juices, whatever they claim that they use.
Also, I think it's a very important point. I think that you had covered in a question that I'd asked previously. Is like what you said, that realistically speaking, what qualifies a bread as a bread is if it's used as a main meal. Mm-hmm. If it has a satiating quality, it's a main meal. And obviously, if it's baked as a final part of his cook.
But there's another point that we just brought is if people in this country would use it as a bread. So that's what I was trying to say. So if you take this bread, like you go to any religious person, you just remove the wrapper, right? So he does not, it looks like a dinner roll, 100%. It's a roll, 100% bread, right? And if you ask him when he started eating his bread, of course it's bread.
That just reminded me of like a question. Let's say, I think we also discussed that about the flatbreads and everything. Let's say you have pita, but I think more commonly, let's say you have a tortilla roll, right? That you use in Mexico, sometimes it's used as a main. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But you could use it as a snack maybe in the US. So how would that translate?
People usually don't eat it separate. I mean, they would wrap something and not. That's for sure. It's a bread. You can eat it as actually, yeah, as you said, you can eat it as itself. So I don't think people would use it. They eat it as a snack. People use it for satiation. I don't think so. It's 100% bread. Pita for sure is bread, for sure.
Pita pita. I think I should not have used that.
Okay, but okay. So let's go back to this. Okay, so and the last point of whether the people in this country would use it as a primarily as a snack or for the meals. Okay, so commentary. The countries where Mezonos bread are used primarily for a snack. The Baremine Mezonos, however, Bracha is Baremine Mezonos. However, the following restriction apply. Number one, to qualify as Mezonos bread, it must be made with natural ingredients, fruit juice, not from concentrated fruit juice, and we're going to explain. Number two, less than Shiur Seudah must be eaten. See section C. If Shiur Seudah is eaten, washing hamotzi and benching is required. So before we continue, so let's try to understand what it says here. Okay, let's say in this country, and let's say in some country there is special Mezonos bread. It is bread, but they call it Mezonos, right? Right? Okay, they call it Mezonos bread. Okay, so here's the things. So this, even though they call it Mezonos, it must be made with the fruit juice, as we said. But juice cannot be from concentrate. What's the problem with concentrate? The problem with concentrate because it's mostly water, right? So you have this powder, they sell you powder, or they give you like small like bottles or tubes, like plastic tubes or something like frozen juice, and then you put this juice, whatever you put as much as you need to, and add a lot of water, and then dissolve and makes you a lot of juice. Right, so that's the problem. What is the problem? Because it's not juice, it's water. It's mostly water. The main ingredient is water, but it's sweet. It tastes like juice. Everything is good, but guess what? It's not good. It's not good for us. So meaning what that if you look at the juices that you buy, so if it's only some of them made, it would say made 100% from juice, right? 100% juice. And that's it. So and it says not from concentrate. So the price on this kind of juice goes up. Why? It's easy to transport all of these things when you transport concentrate. So it's much cheaper. You understand? So this Mezonos bread and Mezonos pizza, Mezonos this, Mezonos that cannot be made from this kind of juices. So it's if you use juice instead of water, so the price like has to go up a lot. Okay, so juice not for concentrate, that's number one. And point number two, less the Shiur Seudah is eaten. So you cannot eat this 8 ounces. And 8 ounces is counted with all of the his feelings or whatever meal, whatever other side dishes he ate with. Let's put it this way. Okay. Continue. However, if a particular Mezonos bread is made with fruit juice, but is used primarily for a meal rather than for a snack, hamotzi and benching is required. For example, in the United States today, many types of Mezonos bread are almost identical to genuine bread in taste and appearance, and are primarily used for meals. For example, sandwiches or dinner rolls, etc. The Brocha on such type of Mezonos breads is hamotzi. Mezonos bread, he says in double quotes. So all of this like normal people would say no, it's 100% bread. So that's why I say don't try it on a plane, right? On this when they say Mezonos bread, take it home and try it. Or sometimes they in shul, not the shul that I go, but in the shul that I used to go many years ago. So people ask, so somebody wants to give out a meal, right? He wants to buy bagels, so he would buy bagels with, which is, what is it? He said it's Mezonos bread. It looks like bread. It tastes like bread. People use it at the mainstay of the meal. Like it's very satiated. It's very heavy. It's like, what? Who are you kidding? And one time I tried this Mezonos bagel. It tastes exactly like the normal bagel. Exactly. There is no difference whatsoever. But some people, they don't want to be grateful. Thank Hashem. That's. I'm sure there is. I hope there is another explanation. But straightforward explanation. I mean, if you presented with opportunity to bless Hakadosh Baruch Hu, to say all this harachamon, all of this merciful one, right? All of these beautiful blessings. You bring all of the blessing in your life, and you say no, I don't want to do it. That's the problem with personality. That's a different issue. So forget about juice from concentrate or not for a concentrate. People use it for this, for that. That's a different issue. So if you have an opportunity to bless Hashem, to thank Him for the all other beautiful things that He does for us, that's what we must do, right? And I can, we should stop here. So pizza, we're going to leave pizza for the next time. Beezrat Hashem. So I have one class for a medical halacha. So we're doing with the medical professionals, and many things I had no idea what is it. right? Had no slightest idea what is it, and one person would explain to me. So this is tubes, like it's coming from the stomach. This is tubes coming from this part of the body, from that part of the body. And it's unbelievable. And he was working for some years in a nursing home, so he saw how people suffer. So just thinking, like you have all of the body that works. You can consume this food and you can enjoy it, and you can see, and you have a taste, and it's unbelievable. So just thank Hashem. That's it. Just only this that you can function. It's enough reason to thank Hashem. So to be ungrateful and say Mezonos, maybe there is opinion that somebody, the wicked person that wants the business. No, nobody wants like this weeks, right? Only one wicked person put a stamp that the week is kosher. So if it would be kosher, it's easy to kosher. So all other people would go to the business, right? There are many what is it? Ashkafas for what is it? Hekshe, not hekshe for kosher meat. It's a good business. So people go into the business. So, but not too many people go to the week's business. And why? Because it's not kosher. Same as here. It's not kosher. Okay. So we can stop here. Any questions? Go ahead. Any subject? Go ahead. Anybody? Is tortilla considered? I wasn't. Could you please somebody read for me?
Yeah, I think he said that if tortilla considered a meal if it's used in the bread as a main meal, I think.
Okay, so tortilla. So the question is that I think that tortilla isn't tortilla made of what is it? Corn flour?
No, it's wheat. I think in many cases, right? Wheat.
I'm not sure.
Corn. Yeah, you're right. Corn. Yeah, I'm confusing it with Borekas.
Okay, so if it's a corn flour, so no flour. I understand that. What kind of flour? Is it wheat or corn? Could you please tell us wheat or corn? So if it's a corn flour, so it's it has nothing to do with that. It's you say shechakol, right? That's it. That's the blessing on that flour. Okay. What else? Any other questions? Okay. So if not, so we stop here.
I have one.
Go ahead, please.
If a Jewish man has a newborn baby minutes before Shabbos, are all Halachot Shabbat put on suspension?
Could you repeat your question one more time? Sorry.
If a Jewish man has a newborn child, are the before Shabbos, minutes before Shabbos, are all the Halachot of Shabbat on suspension?
Okay, so of course, so this newborn child, same. Actually, not only him, but the mother also. I mean, the people considered people in a danger, sick people, even though maybe he's not sick or she's not sick, seriously sick people. So for seriously sick people, we can do any melacha we need for to save their life. And in many cases, we treat the children as a people one second, that children as people sick people whose life is not in danger. So they in that category they're fine, absolutely fine, right? But meaning what, that you can do many melacha for them up to the age. So they say it depends on the age, depends on the child, if like it's a little weaker, stronger, like up to 3 years old. Some people say up to even 7 years old, right? So because they're getting sick very easily. So for them, you allowed, for example, I give you this example. So in colder climates, right? So you need, especially in olden days, so you would need to start as a stove, right? Otherwise it would be cold inside. You need heat. So, and you're not, of course, we know that you're not allowed to start fire on Shabbos, right? And put the wood, of course not. So you would ask a non-Jew, and he would be able to do it for you, right? To do it for you because for the sick person. Who is a sick person? You're a child. So he's considered, even though he's healthy, because he can easily get sick. Little children get sick often, right? Everybody knows that. So you're allowed to turn on the stove, or for elderly people, they also get like immune system goes down, so you can start the fire for them. Or for example, there is air conditioner, it's too cold, another 15 minutes and everybody would start sneezing, so you're allowed to ask non-Jew to turn off air conditioner. You understand? For the sake of this sick people and whose life is not in danger. Okay. But
So father that is
go ahead.
in the hospital, and a father, a Jewish father, is in the hospital with his wife. So he's excluded of fulfilling all the laws of Shabbat.
No. One sec. It's a very good question. No, but he's not helping. He's there like behind the glass wall. He's not helping. He's not doing anything basically for that child. You understand? So he must absorb all of the laws of Shabbos. So, and a smart person would take some things with him, like to read if they go before Shabbos. That's what he would do. And our poskim said that you even allowed to go with your wife or with somebody. Let's say there is something happen, God forbid on Shabbos, and you need to take you call ambulance, right? So the ambulance came and they're going to take this person to the hospital. So you allowed, if this person, let's say your wife, she's somebody like child, is scared to go by himself, by herself, so you allowed to go with that person, like because it's needed for his peace of mind. It's very important. So if person loses peace of mind, that's very dangerous. So sick plus losing peace of mind, losing confidence, that's very bad. So you're allowed to go with them. You understand? But that's it. That's it. So it does not mean you're allowed to go with them. Does not mean that you can start cooking them or to turn on off the light. You go to the restroom, whatever. So you're not allowed all of these things. Go ahead.
The other day I read. I think it was a Shiur of Rabbi, and somebody asked about he wanted to go to be a member of this organization that is in Brooklyn, that is has ambulance.
Mm-hmm.
The answer was that the halachot for medical stuff is so complicated, is so big, and I understood that maybe it is something double the time of being a hard topic as being having a smicha of a rabbi, meaning it's very, very hard.
Okay, so we actually, as I was mentioning today, this medical class. So that's why one of the reasons we started this medical class for these medical professionals to go over the halachas that apply to them. You understand that there are books are written with the top doctors from Israel, from US, and they discuss all of these things, right? So, but it's in case of these Hatzalah members, it's different than for regular people, right? For Hatzalah members, most of the time we allow them to come back, so they would go to the ambulance or even to their own cars, and we allow them to come back. So, and the explanation why, I'm just giving general, I'm skipping the details, right? So the explanation why, if for example they would bring somebody to the hospital, right? He answers the call, like that's how it works. Only one or two people on the base, right? They have base. So usually the driver non-Jewish, right? So and so one guy would come with this ambulance, but other people would come with their own cars on Shabbos. You understand that they all have the sirens and everything. So they would come, but after, and let's say they would help to put this person in ambulance. Whoever needs to go with him to would go with that person. Let's say it's some serious injury, whatever. They can work on him while driving to the hospital. There is no problem. But after they would be allowed to go back. So this husband, from your example, is not allowed to go back. That's it. Right? Why there's no saving life any longer. But in case of Hatzola, so we say, yeah, in this case, you're a doctor of Hatzola, there is a saving life. So he goes back. Otherwise, if you're not allowed to him go back, guess what? If you say, no, Mr. Doctor, stay in the hospital. If we have somebody like another call, we're going to drive you here. He said, you know what? I'm not doing it any longer. That's it. You spoil my Shabbos. Okay, maybe if you call me one time and 2 times during the Shabbos, I take care of the business. That's it. I'm free with my family. But if I'm going to get stuck in a hospital doing exactly nothing, right? You like waste your time. I'm not going to go next time. Okay, so I'm not going to go next time. Okay, that's it. So that's why we allow them to come back. Okay. So any other questions?
So because before that, I thought that it was like that all the laws of Shabbat were put on suspension for a doctor that needs to work on Shabbos. I thought no laws of Shabbat would apply to him. I didn't know that there was a special halachot for medical professionals.
There's a million and a half. We started like 3-volume book. We've been learning for a few years now, and we did not finish. I think we're in the last volume, but we did not finish it, like in the middle somewhere.
And lastly, also similar example, in a situation of war, if all Shabbos laws put on suspension, if communications need to be made to be sure that the person has made out of that dangerous situation.
Yes, yeah. For saving person's life, that's a different story. So, and it's absolutely totally different set of laws that our great poskim dealt with. So it's not so simple. Even though you must drive your military vehicle, let's say you're patrolling the border, does not mean that you're allowed to take extra things like your cedar. Not so simple.
For me, that's all. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. Any other questions? Okay, so let's stop here. So good night, good Shabbos, and it was very successful week, Baruch Hashem. Learned a lot of Torah, so until next week, Monday. Good Shabbos. Good Shabbos.